welcome back to BIC Racing and welcome back to GT Sport. Today we're finishing off the Group 3 Championship. We've got 2 races to go. We've got 1 race around the Tokyo Expressway and one race around Suzuka, both being 5 laps long. So let's get into it. We're going to be racing in the Toyota Supra that mentioned last time in this first race. And then we're going to jump into something slightly different for the race around Suzuka. But anyway, this is the start of the first lap. I've not driven the Supra before, but here we go. We're coming up to the back of the car in P9, the Porsche. And it seems like we're actually racing in the wet, which isn't something I was actually expecting. So I'm not too sure if I put wet tyres on the car. We carry way too much speed and accidentally punt that Corvette off to the side. But yeah, I'm not too sure we actually put any wet tyres on this car, and it looks like that's what I don't think we have, just because we cannot get any power down, and we see we're all squirreling all over the place. You can see there, look, we're following the accelerator, but the car's just not putting the power down. We're just getting wheel spin, sliding all over the place. So I think we're on dry tyres here. So that's definitely going to give the AI a bit of an advantage in this one after we've been handicapping ourselves. But we seem to have given ourselves the extreme handicap here. But we're in P8. We're just trying to close up to the car, but you can see we're just really struggling coming out of every corner here. On the brakes here, just sliding into the wall there. It's just, this is a real challenge here. We've got a bit of a gap to P9 though, so we're doing alright in that sense, but we're just working on closing up. This is, yeah, this isn't a very clean race, that's for sure. We're going to try and go up the inside here, but you can see I just put the power down, the back end just slides out there. So we're just going to ease it round here. And the Dodge gets back through again, but we hopefully will get him on the when we come into the tunnel, because we're on the dry tyres, so we should grip up quicker than he does. But well, I think we know what the title of this episode is going to be. You can see they've got a really slow going Mazda, but we just managed to squeeze through without giving him a shove up the rear there, which was lucky. The Dodge seemed to have done that for us. But yeah, we seem to be maxing the car out 170 miles an hour. Coming back into the wet here as we head up to this hairpin again. So we have to brake a lot earlier than the AI seemed to do, and then look, so we just go way overcook it even then. And you can see we just cannot get the power down. It's just, and now it's still not down all the way. There we go. So it takes a good couple of seconds there after we come out of that corner to actually get some power down. Heading up into the top of this slip ramp here. We're just trying to hold it around the outside, but we just, again, the car just slides all over the place on the wet track. We're really going to have to be careful and choose our moments to go for an overtake. You see that? It's a Subaru just on the brakes. Maybe he's on dry tyres as well. I can't imagine the AI is that dumb, but unlike us apparently. But we're closing up to the this Renault and a BMW there, where you all seem to clip the wall at that corner. Just trying to find a moment to pick our tip. We're going to go up the inside of the Renault here. And the BMWs, we into P3, 7 seconds off the leader here. We come up the slip road again. Just cannot stop the car on this. It's like driving on ice almost. And there we go, onto the start-finish straight again. You can just see the spray being kicked up by the car in P2 there, so we're going to work hard to close up to him again. Into the tunnel one more time. So there's about a 3-second gap to the car in front of us, and then there's another 3 seconds in front of him to the car in the lead at the moment. So we're going to brake even earlier this time, just try not to overcook it. This car is taking a long time to stop. So there's a Lamborghini in P2s. We crawl around the hairpin there, and then we straighten the car up, trying everything we can to try and get this power down earlier. Accelerate, going up the gears into 5th, 140 miles an hour, on the brakes again at the 100-meter board for this corner. And again, we tried to turn in earlier this time, but we seem to have hit a puddle, and it just made the front end of the car totally lose grip then. We're 6 seconds to the leader at the moment. Clip the wall ever so slightly there. Much better though this time round. Harder on the brakes here. Under the bridge. We're right up to the back of the Lambo now. We're all over him at this point. We're doing really well. Little dab of brake there. We just clip the wall as we go up to the inside, as he was braking a bit harder than we were, but that's us safely up into P2 at the moment. And now we're just going to work on closing up to our leader. He's 3 seconds ahead of us as he's with his wet tyres. It's those corners at the top of the slip roads, and we were having real problems trying to get any power down there and at the hairpin. So we know we're weak there, so we need to make sure any move we have is done long before there, because he's just going to easily get past us. But we head now onto the 4th lap at this point, so we're actually running out of time, I guess, because if we don't have the move done by that point, that slip road, he's going to get us again. For sure, we just won't be able to get the power down coming onto the start-finish straight. But let's. First job though is to try and close up to him, because he's 2 seconds ahead of us. Braking at the 200-meter board, and even that seems to be a little bit late. But we're gingerly on the throttle, and then off we go at the thing. So 2 seconds is the gap. That was our fastest first sector though, so we're adapting to the conditions, that's for sure. Slowly but surely. Two seconds still. We need to close up to this guy because we're But we know there's a corner where we're really strong and they are quite weak coming up, so that should be our moment to get past him. And here we go, we should be able to get him here. He's on the brakes and we just closes the door on us. We're going to try and go up his inside into this corner, but I think with his wet tyres though, he's going to get us, and he gives us a shove up the rear so glad we're not the only one doing it. We slide out wide, forcing him wide, but he's going to get a much better exit now onto the start finish straight. And you can see he's actually giving us the old C-pillar tap there. But look at him, he's just able to get the power down. We're going to get stuck into his slipstream, try and close up to him coming into the hairpin. We've got the Lamborghini coming up right up behind us now as well, so we need to watch out for him as well because he's right behind us still. We're maxed out, we're in that slipstream, we've got an extra 10 miles an hour, and they're still just not enough. This slipstream train. There we go, up his inside, into the hairpin. But then you see the difference in wet tyres versus dry tyres. Look how easily he's able to get that power down and just pull away from us. And now that Lambo is right up behind us as well, so we're going to have to work really hard now. Just really concentrate. We're hard on the brakes here. Closing up to the back of this Ford. On the brakes again. I really like the flames coming out of this Supra, it's really nice. Totally unrelated at this point while we're concentrating on trying to get this win. Bit on the brakes, hard into this corner, under the bridge, trying to just close up to him. It's less than a second the gap now. Hit the wall as we were carrying too much speed in there. We were trying to avoid rear-ending him. But we know that this corner here is where we're going to really close up to him. He brakes. We go up the inside. Yes. Now heading up to the slip road here. On the brakes. Again, we've just slipped out wide. You can see his tail lights on the reflection on the back of our car. Now hard on the throttle, you can see he is right behind us. Is he going to get us up to the line? We just come on, Toyota. You can see he's moving up the inside. I think he's going to get us. We're going to get in his slipstream and just hope. We're going to try and slingshot past him. He's just got too much speed for us. We just can't. That corner is getting us every time. And there you go. Oh, P2. Just not enough. And see the Lamborghini was right behind us as well. So we're lucky we didn't lose out to him as well. But look how close we all are. Less than a second separating the top three. What a race though. What a race. Apparently we need to be driving around on dry tyres on a wet track. Apparently that's what we need, but we're going to move into the next race now in Suzuka. So here we are in Suzuka, the final race of the championship. We've got 2 wins and 2 P2s, so this is a last chance for glory here. We've got to win this race to win the championship. We've jumped out of the Toyota and we're in a Mazda SUV GT3 car here. So we've got to win this race. We've got 5 laps in this and starting in P10, but we're going to get past this Mustang into P9, going over the start-finish line here. 13 seconds to lead us, so we've just got to do this. We've got to nail every lap in this to make sure we win this one. So Suzuka isn't one of my strongest circuits, so that's a handicap in itself as we come towards the S section. This is sort of one of the harder bits of this circuit that I really struggle with normally. Just making sure you get the car to roll through as we come to the back of our nemesis, this Ford GT. Almost trying to give him a push through the S section here. Let's just get out the way, man. We're going to try and slide it up his inside as we head towards the Degner corners. Through Degner 1. Degner 2 as the Ferrari overcooks that corner a bit. Go just past up the inside as we head towards the hairpin. We go up the inside of the McLaren, so we're making great progress on this first lap. 8 seconds to our leader here. We've got a Mercedes AMG GT GT3 in front of us. We head towards the spoon curve, hard on the brakes here. Braking for the second part of the corner. Just let the car roll through as we're going to use this Mercedes slipstream as we head towards 130R. We're going to go up his inside here. But we've got this slow moving BMW in front of us here, so bloody hell, we go out wide here, into the gravel trap. We just get it back on the circuit, hard on the brakes to try and get control of that car again. That was a risky move that could have ended in disaster there, but just managed to make it work. Not the cleanest overtake, you could say, but we've got the Z4 right back up behind us now. As for what feels like possibly the first time ever, we've not got the fastest lap of the race after that first lap. Our leader currently has that, so we gonna have to do a bit of work to close up to him as we come through the first corner again. Through the S's one more time. I sort of feather the throttle to get through here. Try and avoid drifting out too far wide, ending up in the gravel traps. Coming up now behind the Viper we've had a bit of issues with before. He goes defensive into that corner, which gives him a slightly compromised exit, but we weren't able to capitalise on that there. We'll try and go the long way around in the hairpin. Just get him there. Up into P3s, we can see there's a Peugeot in front of us, and then there's our leader. So we're doing well so far. On the brakes. And we've overcooked it. Oh my god, we've freaking overcooked it. And all that hard work we've just done then totally screwed there by that corner. So we're going to have to watch out for that. We've got to work again. He's 7 seconds ahead of us, so we're just going to have to concentrate now and try and close up to the back of him again, because that was those mistakes are what's going to cost us this championship. We've just got to cut them out. And so we're just going to have to get back to it now as we head back towards the chicane again. You can see I'm desperate now to try and close up from here, and we're just trying everything we can. We're carrying far too much speed into that final chicane there, but we're only on lap 3. We've still got plenty of time to make this up again. It's 7 seconds. We can do this. We've done this before, so we just got to keep calm and just carry on with this one. Coming into the first corner again, there's plenty of lines you can take to this corner, so it's not too bad as we head towards the S section. There's our leader, so he's pulling away. We have to be careful we don't have a Nürburgring situation. If you don't know what I mean, go back and check out the previous episode. We had an excellent race around the Nürburgring. It was one of our best ones, actually. Really entertaining race, and then followed up by that one in Tokyo we just had. So it's been good, and then this one, because of our mistakes, is going well. Hanging it around the outside. That was a great overtake there on that Peugeot. Coming up to the Dodge, he's overcooked that corner. We're almost off the track trying to overtake him. We're going to try and go round the outside into this hairpin. He gives us the big squeeze on the exit though, so we just can't get past him there, but we're in his slipstream heading up in towards the spoon curve through this long right-hander here. Just closing up ever so slightly to him. We pull out the slipstream, we stick it up his inside, but again, he's just too far ahead of us and closes the door there. We're a bit more careful on the throttle after that mistake, and you can see he's accidentally brakes. So we just get past him now, and we've got 3.6 seconds to the leader in front of us. I just have to watch to make sure he doesn't come back at us here. We're just keeping that door closed, off the throttle and then back on it through 130R, and that, you see the AI can't do that. It's one of their failings on this game, that they really struggle with 130R. And it just allows us to pull away here, and you can see we've closed right up to our leader here. Just under 2 seconds ahead of us as we set the new fastest lap of the race. Heading on to lap 4 here. We should be able to get him here. This has been a really good race again. He's here he is. We're coming to head towards the S section. So we know we're probably going to be able to get him into, most likely through the spoon curve as we try to go around the outside here. Cuts the inside, but he just closes the door on us. He's just keeping that inside line. We try and hang it right around the outside here. He's still there though, so we've just got to be careful. Cut in front of him, and hopefully, as we go through Degner 1, Degner 2, and there we go. Hopefully that should be it. We should be far enough ahead now that he's not going to be able to come back at us. And hopefully that should be it, guys. We better not count our chickens before they've hatched though, because we've seen we can make those silly mistakes sometimes. So let's just knuckle down. It's nearly a 2-second gap though. And hopefully this last lap can be a bit of a victory parade for us. As we come onto the back straight here, you can see it's 2.2 second gap. He's closing up to us though. Off the power, let the car roll through 130R and just watch that timing gap climb. We come into the chicane, and that should be about it as we head on to our final lap. We just need to make sure we have no silly mistakes here, and and that should see us win the Group 4 championship. So here's our final lap. You see we've made a silly mistake, like I said, and that should make it interesting as he's closed right up to the back of us. Not exactly what we were hoping for on this last lap. See, it's lost us 3.4 seconds, but we just have enough to keep that gap up, so it should be fine. Should be fine. Head through Degner 1 and Degner 2, and this is where we really should be able to pull away from him. So much for the uninterrupted final lap, guys. Sorry about that. Then on the power and through the long right-hander for the last time. On the brakes through first part of the spoon curve. Braking again for the second part, and now on the power. We've gone wide again. You can see he's closing up to us. Let's hope we should, as long as we keep him behind us for 130R, we'll have him. He's coming alongside us. We're gonna, and you see he has to brake, whereas we can just ease off the power and just pull away. On the brakes into the chicane. So we had to make the final lap of this championship interesting, guys. Couldn't just let it be a walk in the park. As we come through the final curve for the last time, 2 seconds ahead, and we win the Group 4 championship. Or Group 3 even. Slip of the tongue. And we win the Group 3 championship. Check it out, guys. 2 seconds ahead in the end. That was a great race. We've won the Group 3 championship. It's been you can see it's been a great championship. We got 3 wins and 2 P2s. So for our next championship, you'll have to let me know, guys, in the comments below. Do you want to see us do the real circuits tour here, which sees us go through Willow Springs, the Red Bull Ring, and you can see here some great circuits like Monza, which we've not raced at before? Or do you want to see us progress to the next level and we'll do the Group 1 championship, which is like LMP1 cars, where we'll be in like the Porsche and the Audis. So let me know in the comments below what you want to see. Go and check out some of the previous episodes as well. Definitely that last one round the Nürburgring. Until next time, though, guys, we'll see you soon and enjoy the rest of your